So I think from the supply demand scenario, what we're seeing is that demand continues to outpace supply. Demand is sitting roughly at 10 odd percent, whereas the supply is at about 8%. And when we look at from the demand side, there are many factors that have driven it, right? One is that obviously infra and last mile connectivity to a lot of non-metro cities in India has improved drastically in the last 10 to 15 years. We've seen a lot more aviation driven traffic coming into non-metro cities. We've seen also, rapid development of, let's say high-speed trains, etc., which have caused that. We've also seen airline connectivity, not just domestically, but also from an outbound perspective, that there has been direct connectivity coming into tier two, tier three cities. So therefore, overall demand is in a very healthy scenario. It's also leading to travel spread across the year, right? So what we see is that off-peak searches now contribute roughly at a level of 63% of peak season searches, right? And that's grown from, it was sitting at 50% in 2022. In 2024, that came up to 63%. So then we see travel is being spread across the year. So demand overall is looking very good. From a supply perspective, there is a tremendous opportunity, right? What we see is that there are two or three things that can be done to speed up the rapid development of supply. One is through interesting models, interesting operating models, especially in the mid segment. We have already seen some of that starting to happen this year. We've seen a lot of large global players who have come in and formed a lot of partnerships with local players. So that's leading to hopefully a spurt in mid-segment supply in non-metro cities. What would also help is from a policy perspective or from an infra perspective, the ease of doing business, right? Government stepping in to continue to see how we can make ease of doing business in tier two, tier three cities even more easier than before. And I think finally also continuing to work on the last mile connectivity piece, which is already fairly good, like I said, but there is opportunity to do even more from a supply perspective there. So I think those are some of the things from my perspective where we could see a tremendous sort of push towards making sure that we're able to close the gap on supply and demand.